Hi everybody, my name's Aaron and I'm going to present to you part 4 of the training guide for Windows operating system version 7. We had just completed creating a folder called testing1. We had moved a document, a file, to inside this folder. So what I'm going to show you next is how to not move but copy a file. So let's do this. We select the file with a mouse, we right click it, a menu appears with various options. We select copy, we click that, we then click in some white space in the same folder, and then we right click and then we select paste with the left click button. And what happens there is a copy of the file has now been pasted inside the original, and we can do this again. Create yet another copy. We click into white space, right click, click paste. We now have got a second copy. To delete a file, you first select it, and you can either right click it and select delete, or you can press the del button on your keyboard. Most computers have, or most keyboards have, a del key to the right hand side near the numeric keypad. So if I select that, a window appears, a message box asking do I want to permanently delete this file. I click yes by pressing enter and it's gone. We can do this again by use the keyboard. So I press del, press enter, and the copy has been deleted. Okay, so we know how to copy and paste a file. By paste I mean the second half of the operation that creates a copy. It's a Windows terminology. Pasting. It's reminiscent of paper and glue from the pre-computer days. Probably one day that phrase will be superseded by a more modern one. But in the meantime, we have to use copy and paste. Okay, so we know now how to copy, we know how to move a file, we know how to create a folder for our files. Just going through my documents folder here, we can see more folders within a folder, which is possible. We see some files sitting at the document level. If you want to run one of these files, you select it, you can double click it, or you can right click and go to open. Now one thing you need to know about a file is its type. Now I have a column here already selected called type, and this tells you what type of file it is. Now the green files here are, in this case, Excel files. The description in full is here. It says Microsoft Excel 97 2003 worksheet. It's a Microsoft Excel file. The 97 and 2003 refers to which versions of Microsoft Excel can read that file. Some files can only be read or used by certain programs. There are some files that are so basic that most programs can read them. You don't need to know which program will read a file or be able to read a file. That's the computer's job. And let me show you a demonstration of this. If I were to double click this Excel file here, watch what happens. We have gone straight to Excel and the file itself has opened up. There it is, book 2. That was its name. We're in Excel, and there's the file. So Excel opened, and it then went in turn opened the file for us. We can close this file by doing this. This takes us back to our folders view here. Okay, so we know a little bit about files, folders, how to create a folder. One thing you don't know is how to create a file, and you probably have guessed that you need to use an application to do that. And one application I've just shown you is Excel. That is a program that can create files for you. A file is simply a repository of information that you have created. It can be a very simple A4 page with some writing on it, or it can be a grid of numbers. It could be a list of data in the form of a database. It could even be a picture. So if we want to create a file, we go to our Start menu, we select Excel in this case. Excel opens. This is the temporary window that opens, and then what we have here is our Excel workbook. We create some data in it, and now we're going to save the file. We click on the save icon, and now it's asking us where we want to save the file. And what it's done, it's taken us to the library, the documents library, and at that level you probably recognize these folders again. This is where I was showing you how to create a folder and copy a file. It's asking us, do we want to name the file as book 1? Do we want to save it as a Excel workbook? And yes, that's what we want to do. Now we don't want to save it at this level because it will appear just below these files. We actually want to put it within a folder. So let's do that. Let's choose a folder. What about Microsoft? We double click it. So now we can see up in the address bar we've got libraries, documents, Microsoft. If we click save, that will actually save it within the Microsoft folder. Click that, and that's done. So if we close that Excel, it takes us back. We are back to this folder view again. If we look for Microsoft, which is here, and there's our file, and we double click it, open it up, and there's the data that we created before. That concludes lesson 4, part 4 of this guide to Windows 7 operating system, the basics. I hope you enjoyed it, and speak to you very soon.